Have you ever woken up from a dream feeling like it was trying to tell you something? Maybe you saw yourself flying high above the clouds, or you were lost in a maze-like building. These aren't just random images your brain creates while you sleep. They might be messages about your future. Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of 7 dreams and what they could mean for your life ahead. And let me tell you, dream number 6 is so powerful, it might just change the way you think about your dreams forever. Imagine if you could peek into tomorrow, next week, or even next year. What if I told you that your dreams might give you that superpower? It sounds crazy, right? But many people believe that some dreams can show us glimpses of what's to come. These special dreams are called prophetic dreams, and they've been a part of human culture for thousands of years. Think about it. We spend about a third of our lives sleeping. That's a lot of time. And during that time, our brains are busy creating vivid stories and experiences. What if some of those stories aren't just made up? What if they're actually windows into the future? It's a wild idea, but stick with me, because by the end of this video, you might start looking at your dreams in a whole new way. Now, I know what you're thinking. Come on, dreams are just dreams. And you're right to be skeptical. We should always question things and look for proof. But here's the thing. Throughout history, there have been countless stories of people having dreams that came true. From everyday folks to famous leaders, many have claimed their dreams showed them things that later happened in real life. So, are you ready to explore the world of prophetic dreams? Are you curious about what your nighttime adventures might be trying to tell you? Well, get comfortable, because we're about to take a journey through 7 incredible dreams that might just hold the key to your future. And remember, when we get to dream number 6, pay extra close attention. It's the most powerful one of all, and it could completely change how you see your dreams from now on. Now that I've got your attention, let's talk about what prophetic dreams really are. Don't worry, I'm not going to use any fancy words or complicated ideas. We're keeping it simple and easy to understand, because dreams are something we all experience, and everyone should be able to learn about them. So, what exactly is a prophetic dream? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like, a dream that some people believe can predict the future. It's like your brain becomes a fortune teller while you're sleeping, giving you sneak peeks of things that haven't happened yet. But here's the thing. Prophetic dreams aren't always clear and straightforward. They're not like watching a movie of your future. Instead, they often use symbols and metaphors to show you what might happen. For example, you might dream about a storm coming and later face some troubles in your life. The storm in your dream was a symbol for the hard times ahead. Now, you might be wondering, why do some people think dreams can tell the future? Well, there are a few reasons. First, our brains are incredibly powerful. Even when we're asleep, they're working hard, processing information and making connections. Some people believe that during this time, our minds can tap into information or energies that we can't access when we're awake. Another reason is that many cultures throughout history have believed in the power of dreams. Ancient Egyptians, Greeks, Native Americans, and many others saw dreams as messages from the gods or the spirit world. They thought these messages could warn them about dangers, guide them in making decisions, or show them what was to come. But here's an important point. Not all dreams are prophetic. In fact, most dreams are probably just our brains sorting through the day's events, working out problems, or creating random stories. It's only some dreams that people believe might be showing us the future. So how can you tell if a dream might be prophetic? Well, there are a few signs to look out for. Prophetic dreams often feel very vivid and real. You might wake up feeling like you've actually experienced something, rather than just dreamed it. These dreams also tend to stick in your memory. While most dreams fade away soon after you wake up, prophetic dreams often stay with you, clear as day. Another sign of a potentially prophetic dream is that it feels different from your usual dreams. It might have a special energy or feeling to it, like it's trying to tell you something important. And sometimes, prophetic dreams repeat themselves. You might have the same dream, or variations of it, over and over again. Now, I want to be clear about something. Believing in prophetic dreams doesn't mean you should make all your decisions based on what you dream about. Dreams are tricky things, and they can be influenced by all sorts of factors, like what you ate before bed, movies you've watched, or worries you have in your life. Instead, think of prophetic dreams as possible hints or suggestions about what might happen. They're not set in stone predictions, but rather potential glimpses of the future that you can use to guide your thoughts and actions. It's also worth mentioning that even if you don't believe dreams can predict the future, paying attention to your dreams can still be really valuable. Dreams often reflect our deepest thoughts, fears, and desires. They can help us understand ourselves better and work through problems in our lives. So, as we go through the 7 dreams in this video, I encourage you to keep an open mind. Whether you're a firm believer in prophetic dreams or a total skeptic, there's something to be learned from exploring these nighttime visions. And who knows, you might just find that your own dreams start to take on new meaning. Remember, the goal here isn't to convince you that every dream is a look into the future. It's to open your eyes to the possibility that some dreams might be more than just random images. By the time we get to dream number 6, the really powerful one, you'll have a good understanding of how people interpret these special dreams. All right, now that we understand what prophetic dreams are, let's dive into our first dream. This is a common one that many people have experienced, and it might just hold some interesting clues about your future. Picture this: you're sound asleep, and suddenly in your dream, you find yourself falling. It's that heart-stopping feeling of plummeting through the air, and just before you hit the ground, you jolt awake, your heart racing. Sound familiar? This falling dream is one that many people have had at some point in their lives. Now, you might think this dream is just your brain playing tricks on you, but some people believe it could be a prophetic dream with an important message. So, what could falling in a dream mean for your future? First, let's think about what falling feels like in real life. It's scary, right? You feel out of control, vulnerable, and unsure of what's going to happen next. In a dream, these feelings can represent similar emotions you're experiencing in your waking life, or emotions you might face in the near future. Some people interpret a falling dream as a sign that you're going to face a challenge or a setback in your life. It could be that you're about to enter a situation where you feel like you're losing control. Maybe you're worried about a big test coming up, or you're nervous about starting a new job. The falling dream might be your brain's way of preparing you for these feelings of uncertainty. But here's an interesting twist: the falling dream doesn't always have to be negative. In fact, some people see it as a positive sign. They believe that if you fall in a dream but wake up before hitting the ground, it means you're going to overcome the challenges you're facing. It's like your dream is telling you, hey, things might feel scary and out of control for a while, but you're going to make it through just fine. Another way to look at the falling dream is that it represents letting go. In real life, falling happens when we lose our grip on something. In a dream, this could symbolize that you're about to let go of something in your life. Maybe it's an old belief that's been holding you back, a bad habit you need to break, or even a relationship that's not good for you anymore. So, if you have this dream, it might be a sign that you're about to go through some big changes. These changes might feel scary at first, like you're falling, but they could lead to something really good in your life. Now, let me give you a real-life example of how this dream played out for someone. I had a friend who kept having falling dreams right before she decided to quit her job and start her own business. She was really scared about making such a big change in her life, and her dreams reflected that fear of falling into the unknown. But here's the cool part: in her dreams, she always woke up before hitting the ground. And in real life, when she finally took the leap and started her business, things worked out great. The falling dreams seemed to be preparing her for the scary but exciting changes ahead. Of course, it's important to remember that not every falling dream is going to predict a major life change. Sometimes, a falling dream might just mean you're stressed or anxious about something. Or it could be a sign that you need to pay more attention to your safety in some area of your life. The key is to think about what's going on in your life when you have this dream. Are you facing any big decisions? Are you worried about something? The falling dream might be giving you a heads up about these feelings or situations. So, the next time you have a falling dream, don't just brush it off. Take a moment to think about what's going on in your life. Is there something you're worried about losing control of? Are you facing any big changes? Your dream might be trying to tell you something important about these situations. And remember, Even if the dream feels scary, it doesn't necessarily mean something bad is going to happen. It could just be preparing you for some exciting changes ahead. The most important thing is to stay positive and face your challenges with confidence. As we move on to our next dreams, keep in mind how this falling dream works. It takes a common experience, the feeling of falling, and turns it into a message about our lives. This is how many prophetic dreams work. They use familiar images or feelings to tell us something about our future. Let's move on to our next two dreams. These are both pretty common, and they might give us some interesting insights into what the future holds. Imagine this. You're in your dream, and suddenly, you realize you can fly. You spread your arms and lift off the ground, soaring through the air like a bird. The feeling is amazing. You're free, powerful, and can go anywhere you want. This flying dream is one that many people love to have, and it might just be telling you something exciting about your future. So, what could it mean if you dream about flying? Well, flying is all about freedom and overcoming obstacles. In real life, we can't fly over our problems, but in dreams, we can rise above everything. This could be a sign that you're about to overcome some big challenges in your life. Flying dreams might also mean that you're going to gain a new perspective on things. When you're flying, you can see everything from up high, right? In the same way, this dream could be telling you that you're about to see your life or a situation from a whole new angle. This new view might help you solve a problem or make an important decision. Another way to look at flying dreams is that they represent confidence and success. Think about it. When you're flying in your dream, you probably feel pretty powerful and in control. This could be a sign that you're going to feel more confident in your waking life. Maybe you're about to succeed at something you've been working hard on. I once heard about a student who had a flying dream right before a big exam. In the dream, she flew over her school and saw all the answers written on the roof. While she didn't actually see the test answers in real life, she did ace the exam. The flying dream seemed to give her the confidence boost she needed to do her best. But here's something to keep in mind. How you feel in the flying dream is important. If you're enjoying the flight and feeling free, that's usually a good sign. But if you're scared of flying in the dream or struggling to stay in the air, it might mean you're facing some insecurities or obstacles in your life. Now, let's talk about a dream that's not as fun as flying, being chased. This is another really common dream, and it can be pretty scary. You might find yourself running from something or someone, your heart pounding as you try to get away. Even though this dream isn't pleasant, it could still have an important message about your future. So what might it mean if you dream about being chased? Well, often, this dream is about running away from something in your real life. But here's the thing. It's not usually about actually being chased by someone. Instead, it's more about avoiding something. Maybe there's a problem you've been ignoring, or a decision you've been putting off. The chasing dream might be telling you that it's time to stop running and face whatever it is head on. It could be a sign that in the near future, you're going to have to deal with something you've been avoiding. Another way to look at chasing dreams is that they're about fear or anxiety. The thing chasing you in the dream might represent something you're afraid of in real life. This could be a fear of failure, a fear of a particular person, or even a fear of growing up and facing adult responsibilities. I remember talking to someone who kept having dreams about being chased by a big, shadowy monster. It turned out she was really stressed about an upcoming job interview. The monster in her dream represented her fear of the interview. Once she prepared more for the interview and faced her fears, the dream stopped. But here's an interesting twist. Sometimes, being chased in a dream can actually be a positive sign. It might mean that you're motivated and driven to achieve your goals. The thing chasing you could represent your own ambition, pushing you to work harder and do better. Like with the flying dream, how you feel in the chasing dream is important. If you're terrified and helpless in the dream, it might mean you're feeling overwhelmed in your waking life. But if you feel strong and capable, even if you're being chased, it could mean you're ready to face your challenges head on. One more thing to think about with chasing dreams. What happens at the end? Do you get caught? Do you escape? Do you turn and face whatever's chasing you? The end of the dream can give you clues about how you might handle challenges in the future. For both of these dreams, flying and being chased, the key is to think about what's going on in your life when you have them. Are you facing any big challenges? Are you worried about anything? Are you working towards an important goal? Your dreams might be giving you hints about these situations and how you'll handle them in the future. Remember, these dreams don't predict exactly what will happen. Instead, they're more like hints or suggestions. They might be showing you possible futures based on how you're feeling and what you're dealing with right now. As we move on to our next dreams, keep thinking about how your own dreams might relate to your life. Even if you don't usually remember your dreams, paying attention to them when you do might give you some interesting insights into what's coming up in your future. All right, let's dive into our next two dreams. These are a bit different from the ones we've talked about so far, but they're just as intriguing when it comes to what they might tell us about the future. Picture this. You're having a normal dream, maybe talking to someone or just going about your day. Suddenly, you feel something weird in your mouth. You reach in, and to your horror, your teeth start falling out. This is another really common dream that many people have, and it can be pretty unsettling. But what could it mean for your future? First off, don't worry. Dreaming about your teeth falling out doesn't mean you're actually going to lose your teeth. Instead, this dream is often about how we feel about ourselves and our lives. In many cultures, teeth are seen as important symbols. They represent confidence, power, and even attractiveness. So when we dream about losing our teeth, it might mean we're worried about losing our power or confidence in some area of our lives. This dream could be a sign that you're going to face a situation where you feel powerless or embarrassed. Maybe you're about to start a new job or school, and you're worried about making a good impression. The teeth falling out dream might be reflecting those worries about how others see you. Another way to look at this dream is that it's about communication. We need our teeth to talk, right? So losing teeth in a dream might mean you're worried about saying the wrong thing or not being able to express yourself properly. It could be a sign that you're going to face a situation where communication is really important. But here's an interesting twist. Some people see the teeth falling out dream as a positive sign. They believe it means you're going to go through a big change or transition in your life. Just like how we lose our baby teeth to make room for adult teeth, this dream might mean you're shedding old parts of yourself to grow into someone new. I once talked to someone who had this dream right before they decided to change careers. They were nervous about the change, but excited too. The dream seemed to reflect both their anxiety about the change and the idea that they were growing into a new version of themselves. Now, let's talk about another dream that can leave you feeling anxious, being late, or unprepared for something important. Maybe in your dream, you're rushing to get to a test, but you can't find the classroom. Or you show up for a presentation, but you realize you forgot to wear pants. These kinds of dreams are super common, and they might be telling you something important about your future. So what could it mean if you dream about being late or unprepared? Well, often these dreams reflect feelings of anxiety or insecurity about something in your life. You might be worried that you're not ready for a challenge that's coming up, or that you're going to miss an important opportunity. This dream could be a sign that you're going to face a situation where you feel unprepared or caught off guard. It might be your brain's way of telling you to get ready for something important that's coming up in your life. But here's the thing. This dream doesn't necessarily mean you're actually going to be late or unprepared for something. Instead, it's more about the feeling of not being ready. It could be your subconscious mind nudging you to prepare more for something in your life. I remember a friend who kept having dreams about being late for an important meeting at work. In real life, she was always on time, but she was worried about a big project she was working on. The dreams seemed to be reflecting her fears about not being prepared for the project, even though she was working hard on it. Another way to look at these dreams is that they're about fear of failure or embarrassment. The idea of showing up late or being unprepared is often linked to worries about looking foolish in front of others. So this dream might be telling you that you're going to face a situation where you're worried about how others see you. But here's a positive spin on these dreams. They can actually be really helpful. By showing you your fears about being unprepared, they might motivate you to prepare more in your waking life. It's like your brain is giving you a practice run for a stressful situation, so you can handle it better when it actually happens. For both of these dreams, teeth falling out and being late or unprepared, it's important to think about what's going on in your life when you have them. Are you facing any big challenges? Are you worried about any upcoming events or changes? Your dreams might be reflecting these concerns and giving you hints about how to handle them. Remember, these dreams don't predict exactly what will happen in your future. They're more like signals from your subconscious mind, highlighting things you might be worried about or need to pay attention to. By thinking about what these dreams might mean, you can better prepare yourself for whatever challenges or changes are coming your way. As we move on to our next dream, the really powerful one, keep thinking about how your own dreams might relate to your life. Even the scary or uncomfortable dreams can have important messages for you about your future. By paying attention to them, you might just get some valuable insights into what's coming up in your life and how to handle it. All right, now we're getting to the dream you've been waiting for, the most powerful one of all. This dream is so important because it often carries the clearest message about your future. It's the kind of dream that can shake you to your core and potentially change the course of your life. Are you ready? Let's dive in. This dream is different from the others we've talked about because it's not just about symbols or feelings. The prophetic dream is when you dream about a specific event or situation that later comes true in real life. It's like your dream gives you a sneak peek into the future. Now, I know what you're thinking. Come on. Can dreams really predict the future? Well, there have been many stories throughout history of people having dreams that seem to come true. Even if you're skeptical, it's worth paying attention to these kinds of dreams, because they might be your subconscious mind picking up on things you haven't consciously noticed yet. So, what might a prophetic dream look like? Well, it could be anything. Maybe you dream about meeting a specific person and then you run into them the next day. Or you might dream about a place you've never been to, only to visit it months later and recognize it from your dream. Some people even report dreaming about major events before they happen. One famous example is Abraham Lincoln. It's said that he dreamed about his own assassination just days before it happened. In his dream, he saw himself in a coffin in the White House, surrounded by mourners. While this is an extreme example, it shows how powerful these dreams can be. But here's the thing about prophetic dreams. They're not always clear or easy to understand. Sometimes, the events in the dream might happen exactly as you saw them. Other times, the dream might be more symbolic, and you'll only realize its meaning after the event has happened. For example, I once heard about someone who dreamed they were swimming in a sea of paper. A few weeks later, they got a new job in an office, surrounded by stacks of documents. The dream didn't show the exact situation, but it hinted at what was to come. So why is this dream so powerful? Well, if you have a dream that later comes true, it can really shake up how you see the world. It might make you pay more attention to your dreams and trust your intuition more. Some people even use these dreams to guide their decisions in life. But here's the important part. Having a prophetic dream doesn't mean your future is set in stone. Even if you dream about something that later happens, you still have control over how you react to it and what you do next. The dream is more like a heads-up than a fixed destiny. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I'm having a prophetic dream? Well, there are a few signs to look out for. The dream feels incredibly vivid and real. It might be so clear that you're not sure if you're dreaming or awake. The dream sticks with you. While most dreams fade quickly, prophetic dreams often stay clear in your memory for days or even weeks. The dream includes very specific details. Instead of vague symbols, you might see exact places, people, or events. You feel a strong emotional response to the dream. It might leave you feeling shaken, excited, or deeply moved. The dream repeats itself. You might have the same dream, or variations of it, multiple times. If you think you've had a prophetic dream, it's a good idea to write it down as soon as you wake up. Include as many details as you can remember. This way, if the events in the dream do happen in real life, you'll have a record of it. But here's a word of caution. Don't get too caught up in trying to predict the future from your dreams. Not every vivid or memorable dream is prophetic. And even if you do have a prophetic dream, obsessing over it might cause you more stress than it's worth. Instead, think of prophetic dreams as one tool among many for understanding your life and your future. They're like little nudges from your subconscious, pointing out things you might need to pay attention to. The real power of these dreams isn't in predicting the future. It's in how they can help you understand yourself better. Even if the events in the dream don't come true exactly as you saw them, thinking about the dream might help you realize something important about your life or your goals. Remember, your future isn't written in stone, even if you have a dream that seems to predict it. You always have the power to make choices and shape your own path. The prophetic dream is just one piece of the puzzle. Your actions in the waking world are what really determine your future. So, the next time you have a dream that feels especially vivid or meaningful, pay attention. Write it down, think about what it might mean, and see if it relates to anything happening in your life. You never know. It might just give you a valuable glimpse into what's coming next in your life journey. Alright, we've covered some pretty powerful dreams so far, but we're not done yet. Let's dive into our final dream, which might just tie everything together. Imagine this. You're in the middle of a dream, maybe flying over a city or exploring an underwater world. Suddenly, you realize, wait a minute, I'm dreaming. But instead of waking up, you stay in the dream, fully aware that it's not real. You might even start to control what happens in the dream. This is what we call a lucid dream, and it's a really special kind of experience that some people believe can give us unique insights into our future. So, what's the deal with lucid dreams? Well, they're different from other dreams because you're aware that you're dreaming while it's happening. It's like being awake inside your dream world. Some people can even control their lucid dreams, changing the scenery or making things happen just by thinking about them. Now, you might be wondering, what does this have to do with seeing the future? Well, some people believe that lucid dreams can be a powerful tool for personal growth and even glimpsing potential futures. Here's how it might work. When you're lucid dreaming, you're in a unique state where your conscious mind is active, but you're still in the dream world. This means you can explore your subconscious thoughts and feelings in a really direct way. You might be able to talk to different parts of yourself, work through problems, or even ask questions about your future. For example, let's say you're trying to decide whether to take a new job or stay in your current one. In a lucid dream, you might be able to try out both options. You could imagine yourself in the new job and see how it feels, or picture yourself staying in your current job and see what happens. While this isn't exactly predicting the future, it can give you insights into your own feelings and desires that might help guide your decision. Some people even report having precognitive experiences during lucid dreams. They might see events or situations that later happen in real life. Of course, we should take these reports with a grain of salt, but they're interesting to think about. But here's the really cool thing about lucid dreams. Even if they don't directly predict the future, they can help shape it. By practicing things in your lucid dreams, you might become better at them in real life. Some athletes use lucid dreaming to practice their skills, and some people use it to overcome fears or solve problems. I once heard about someone who was terrified of public speaking. In their lucid dreams, they practiced giving speeches in front of big crowds. Over time, this practice helped them feel more confident in real-life speaking situations. The lucid dreams didn't predict the future, but they helped create a better future. Now, not everyone has lucid dreams, and that's okay. But if you do have them, or if you're interested in learning how, they can be a powerful tool for self-discovery and personal growth. Just remember, like with all dreams, the most important thing is how you use the insights you gain in your waking life. Now that we've explored all these fascinating dreams, you might be thinking, this is great, but I can never remember my dreams. Don't worry, you're not alone. Many people struggle to recall their dreams. But the good news is, there are some simple tricks you can use to get better at remembering your dreams. First things first, set the intention to remember your dreams before you go to sleep. It might sound silly, but just telling yourself, I'm going to remember my dreams tonight, can make a big difference. Your brain is pretty amazing, and if you give it a job to do, it often rises to the challenge. Next, try keeping a dream journal. Keep a notebook and pen, or your phone, if you prefer, next to your bed. As soon as you wake up, before you do anything else, write down whatever you can remember from your dreams. Even if it's just a fragment or a feeling, write it down. Over time, you'll likely find that you remember more and more. Another helpful tip is to stay still when you first wake up. Often, Our dreams slip away as soon as we start moving around. So when you first wake up, try to lie still for a moment and let your dream memories come back to you. Then, once you've recalled as much as you can, write it down. Paying attention to your sleep cycles can also help. We dream most vividly during REM sleep, which happens in cycles throughout the night. If you can wake up during or right after REM sleep, you're more likely to remember your dreams. You might want to try using a sleep tracking app to help you figure out your sleep cycles. It's also important to create a good sleep environment. Make sure your room is dark and quiet, and try to go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. Good sleep habits can lead to better dream recall. Lastly, be patient with yourself. Improving your dream recall is like building a muscle. It takes time and practice. Don't get discouraged if you don't remember your dreams right away. Keep at it, and you'll likely see improvement over time. Remember, the goal isn't just to remember your dreams for the sake of it. By recalling your dreams, you're opening up a whole new world of self-discovery. Your dreams can offer insights into your thoughts, feelings, and yes, maybe even glimpses of your future. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? We've explored 7 different types of dreams, each with its own potential message about our future. Let's take a quick moment to recap what we've learned. We started with the falling dream, which might be preparing us for upcoming challenges or changes. Then we looked at flying dreams, which could signify freedom, new perspectives, or upcoming success. We explored dreams about being chased, which might be telling us it's time to face something we've been avoiding. We also talked about those unsettling dreams where our teeth fall out, which could be about confidence, communication, or big life transitions. And who could forget those stressful dreams about being late or unprepared? They might be our brain's way of telling us to get ready for something important. Then we got to the big one, the prophetic dream. These are the dreams that seem to show us specific events that later come true. While we can't always take these dreams at face value, they can certainly give us food for thought about our future. Finally, we explored lucid dreams, where we become aware that we're dreaming. These unique experiences might offer us a playground to explore potential futures and work on personal growth. Now, I want to share some personal thoughts with you. After diving deep into the world of dreams and their potential meanings, I'm more convinced than ever that our dreams are a valuable tool for understanding ourselves and our lives. But here's the thing. I don't think we should see dreams as a crystal ball that shows us exactly what will happen. Instead, I think dreams are more like a mirror that reflects our thoughts, feelings, and experiences back to us. Sometimes, that reflection might include hints about what's coming up in our lives. The real power of dreams, in my opinion, isn't in predicting the future. It's in helping us understand ourselves better. By paying attention to our dreams, we can gain insights into our fears, hopes, and desires. We can work through problems, practice for challenges, and even discover new aspects of ourselves. And you know what? Even if dreams can't tell us exactly what will happen, they can certainly help us shape our future. By reflecting on our dreams and using the insights we gain, we can make better decisions, face our fears, and work towards our goals. So, whether you're a firm believer in prophetic dreams or a total skeptic, I encourage you to pay attention to your dreams. Write them down, think about what they might mean, and see how they relate to your waking life. You might be surprised at what you discover about yourself and your future. As we wrap up our journey through the world of dreams and their prophetic meanings, I hope you're feeling inspired to pay more attention to your own dreams. Whether you're dreaming of flying through the sky, being chased by shadows, or experiencing vivid visions that seem to come true, each dream has the potential to offer valuable insights into your life and your future. Remember, the power of dreams isn't just in what they might predict, but in how they can help us understand ourselves better. They're like a nightly conversation with our subconscious mind, offering us wisdom, warnings, and sometimes even glimpses of what might be coming our way. But here's the most important thing to remember. Your future isn't set in stone, even if you have a dream that seems to predict it. You always have the power to shape your own path. Dreams can offer guidance and insights, but it's your choices and actions in the waking world that truly determine your future. So, tonight when you go to sleep, set the intention to remember your dreams. Keep that dream journal by your bed and be ready to write down whatever you recall when you wake up. Who knows? You might just have a dream that changes the way you see yourself and your future. And remember, dream number 6, the prophetic dream, might be the most powerful, but every dream has the potential to be meaningful. Even the strangest or scariest dreams might be trying to tell you something important. Stay curious, keep an open mind, and see what your dreams have to say. Sweet dreams, everyone. May your nights be filled with fascinating journeys through your subconscious, and may your days be enriched by the wisdom you gain from your dreams. Here's to a future filled with insight, growth, and maybe even a little bit of dream magic.